Colonial Sports Center.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Colonial Sports Center. My name is Casey Irwin, and joining me is Cam Wickline once again. Cam, as we all know, it's an exciting week of sports at RMU, but could you tell everyone at home why that is?
So this week, hockey is back. They're going to be home at the Island this weekend, but they started their season earlier this week with a couple games. There was a lot of other sports going on. Big week in RMU sports.
Yeah, for sure. Football still, soccer again, but we're going to go right into a team people have been waiting a long time for, and that is the women's hockey team. They played their second game of 2 against the Union Garnett Chargers last week. Colonials lost the first game 5-2, but looked to bounce back in this game. Let's see how they did the day after. We're going to move right into the second period here. Killian goes in for Union, and she gets it up into the RMU zone, and she's going to come around and score. What a slide in there. The quick stop to score the goal, and the Union Chargers get on the board first in a surprise game. Now staying in the second period, shot is blocked. Bulaka, she gets it over, and wrist shot here, goal from Greco. What a quick one wrist timer right there. A top fins goal from Paige Greco. Chargers up 2-0 in the second period. RMU down once again to these Union Garnett Chargers. Now third period, uphill battle for RMU. Chargers have it in the RMU zone. Crunch time for Colonials, and it's blocked, and she has white ice in front of her. It's Courtney to Talia Delia. She scores. RMU is back into this game. A counterattack of dreams. Cam, what a counterattack to get back in this game.
That's a goal I think we might be seeing a little bit later. That one was beautiful from the Colonials.
Absolutely perfect, and they can go on possibly to win this now. Here you see blocked, and she has all the ice in front of her, and she gets it, slides across. Easy finish there for Talia Delia, and RMU can go on and win this game. But power play for Union. RMU only 4 people on the ice, but a quick forecheck, and now she's in. She scores. RMU within 3 minutes ties the game. Are you kidding me? A forecheck short-handed goal for the Colonials. Now we're at the end of the third. This one looks like it's just going right in the overtime, but it's blocked, and she's going to have a chance right at the end. Can she finish? No, it's saved. GM Pietro almost scored. And now we move into overtime here. Cam, what an exciting game. What's going to happen here?
I'm not sure. The Colonials have been in a tight one with Union all game. This one's going to come down to the finish.
And Union, once again, they're going to take it up the ice here, trying to get a one last goal with 2 minutes left. But they cannot do so. And it's Talia Delia who finds an open player up the ice, and she's in. And Deekson scoops and scores. What a finish there. And RMU Colonials get their first win on the season. What a finish that was to make it 3-2 in overtime. RMU women's hockey is back with a winning goal from Giannone. What a game for the RMU women's hockey team. Look at this right here. Another counterattack to win that game for the women's hockey team, and we are all excited for them to be back.
A big win for the Colonials hockey team, especially after dropping one against them the day before. So the Colonials are now 1-1 on the season. To hear a little bit more about the hockey teams, we have a panel of experts for our hockey roundtable. Guys, take it away.
Cam, thank you. I'm joined by our resident RMU hockey experts right here, Samuel Goldberg with the men and Cam Macariola with the women's. So guys, a lot of this excitement around the team coming back. And this Saturday, what specifically, Sam, are you excited for?
Well, especially for the men's squad, it's their first game back since March of 2021 when they took a 2-1 loss in the AHA playoffs to Niagara. So for this team, the amount of adversity that they've been through to finally make their way back through all the charity events that they've raised, it feels good to finally say that there's Division I hockey back at the Island.
Certainly. And I'm going to throw it over to you, Cam. How about you?
Yeah, I'm super excited for this weekend. There's a whole lot in store. I remember at the celebrity hockey events, we talked with Coach Derek Schooley to talk about what to expect on October 7th. It's finally here. He said it would be a carnival-like atmosphere, and that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a celebration full of RMU hockey fans. Hopefully some celebrities show out for this game, and the intros are going to be electric. I hope the crowd, as I said in a past show earlier, I hope to see a red out. That'd be super cool. Every single person in that arena in red. Red carpet arrivals for the women's early in the morning, later in the afternoon after the women's game. Men's hockey gets the red carpet arrival. It's going to be an amazing day for RMU hockey.
Certainly, guys. And I mean, personally, I'm very excited. I mean, student tickets sold out faster than I even thought they could. But let's move on here. Who is the player you guys are most excited for? I'm going to start with you, Sam.
So the player that I'm looking forward to watching most this season is a transfer goaltender in Chad Veltri. I believe that he'll be the starter for this Robert Morris team, coming over from Niagara. A .911 save percentage, 34, 45, and 8 win-loss and overtime loss record in his career at Niagara. He's got this stout butterfly stance to him that really intrigues me, and I really can't wait to watch Veltri really lead this team. I mean, this team is just full of hunger to really show themselves, to really prove themselves. Hey, we're back, and we're here to stay for forever now.
It's pretty fun that he was actually in the last RMU hockey game for the Colonials before the program got cut on the other end.
Yeah.
Saying goodbye to them, and then turns out he's going to be the first one back. Really excited for that. Now, my player to watch is Shaylin Snow, one of the 3 transfers from St. Lawrence University. She has been a ton of experience for the Colonials, playing in 117 games, scoring 23 goals, 52 assists, totaling 75 points over that time. A good veteran leader for the team, getting them in place. But I also want to shout out some of the players that stayed with the program. Allison Hebert, Wason Rice, Jillian Thompson, Chase Sperling, who left but did come back, and then some of the commitments that the younger players made coming in last season, waiting a whole year, not playing any hockey, waiting for this moment this weekend. You get Maya Nugent, Callie Arnold, and goaltender Maggie Hatch. They're going to be dying for this weekend.
So, I mean, this team, when it was at its peak, was one of the best teams in the nation. But with the program being cut, how far do you think these guys will go?
So, in all honesty, when Robert Morris back in 2021 losing that game to Niagara, it was a bit of an upset, and there were a lot of questions that were heading into next season. But now you have a bunch of guys coming into this program who really want to say, hey, that we're back. They have a great test to start on Saturday against Bowling Green, which they'll be missing a couple of their players and their head coach for hazing violations. So I feel like it's a great start to really get back on the map, get back on the right foot, and really hit the gas pedal into the season, because coming off that 2021 season, 15-9 overall, 10-5 in conference play, I really look for these Colonials. I'm going to predict that they're going to make it all the way to the Atlantic Hockey League Association finals this year.
Yeah, and for the women's, I think they're going to hop right in where they left off. Their last CHA game, they go out winning the championship, and the preseason poll has them slated 3rd, right below Penn State and Mercyhurst, the other 2 Pennsylvania teams. And I think they can hop right into that conversation of winning the CHA.
Well, thank you guys for joining me. It should be an exciting season. And when we come back, we're going to have a special interview with Anthony Chickett and Noah Robinson.
No, we're not.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. Let's see women's basketball.
Found my heart out there in the open. Trees make you feel smaller. Can't help but get lost again. If I need a break, know where I'm going. Where the water's flowing, I'd rather be floating. If it's something I can count on to be free. If it's one
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
Hello and welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. After talking a little bit about hockey, we're going to get right back to football. They're about halfway through their season. They were 2-2 going into a game against Howard, looking to finally get into the win, looking to finally get above 500, something they haven't done in a very long time. Even matchup against Howard. Let's see how it went. We're going to pick it up in the second quarter. Not much went on in the first quarter. And this isn't going to be exactly what Robert Morris is looking for. Here's going to be an 8-yard passing touchdown from Quentin Williams to Nashawn Hezekiah. Just rolled out right to his right, found him in the corner of the end zone. Beautiful pass, honestly.
Yeah, it was just not much the Colonials could do about it with the quick little sidearm there.
The Colonials decide to respond back, though, as Anthony Chickett's going to roll up. 13-yard touchdown to Chase Jackson, reached out over the end zone. Colonials bring it up to tie the game, 7-7. Here, just a beautiful one by Chickett. You're going to watch this replay here. Rolls up, gets right up to the line of scrimmage, and finds Chase Jackson. Gets right over the end zone, right over the goal line. Colonials back within striking distance. Here we go for a kickoff, something we don't usually show you, so if we do, you know something happened. Ian Wheeler's going to show you exactly what happens. Gets through the Colonials coverage, gets out to the sideline right around the 50, and then this man is quick. No one's going to catch him. He's fast in all caps. That's the only thing I could tell you guys with just how quick he got past the Colonials defense. Not much they could do there.
What can you say? Wheeler has wheels. I mean, look at the way he catches the ball and absolutely zips up the field, breaks a couple tackles, and absolutely torches the special teams of the Colonials. And immediately, what a dagger.
The Colonials wouldn't look to do much more throughout this game. Here's Quentin Williams, someone we showed you earlier, for an 11-yard touchdown rush, showing that the quarterback can go both ways. He had a great game against the Colonials. They kind of struggled all day. Ian Wheeler here with a 59-yard touchdown. He got right through the Colonials defense, kind of put this one out of reach, as this makes it 35-7. Final score ended up being 35-10. Here's Coach Clark with his thoughts after the game.
Well, we got to get ready for it. There's no doubt about it. Didn't want to finish off our non-conference like this, but we got to get ready for going to Webb. That's the important thing, you know. But this is a good eye-opener for us. You're talking about a good football team, like I said, top 10 in the nation when it comes to scoring offense. So this is a good eye-opener to get us ready for it.
A crushing loss for the Colonials there. But last week in studio, we had our very own Melina Kniff sit down with the football team's quarterback Anthony Chickett and his top wide receiver Noah Robinson. Now this week, she takes a deeper dive into the relationship between the two, which has caused such a breakout for FCS football. Melina, take it away.
The Robert Morris football team has started their 2023 season with their two shining stars, quarterback Anthony Chickett and wide receiver Noah Robinson. These two have lit up this season with their connection on and off the field, which they say started from day one.
I would say it kind of did come naturally, like just in the spring. I think we had a really good spring together. That's pretty much where it started, just in the spring. Before we started practices, we would throw, on our own, and then once we started actual spring practices, it kind of just showed up there.
Robinson transferred to RMU in the spring from Old Dominion, coming in as a redshirt sophomore. Ever since stepping on the field, he has said RMU has felt like home.
When I got here in the spring. Since I stepped foot on this campus, it's a brotherhood. So I know I'd die for him, he'd die for me, and everybody else out there, we all feel the same way about each other.
After their first win against St. Francis, you could see the team began to take shape, and Chickett stepped right into the team's leadership role.
I would say I'm not really a vocal leader. I won't get in your face, yell at you or anything like that. I think it kind of just, I think people respect me, like me. So I think it's more of just leading by example and just being a guy that people can relate to and just be friends with.
Both have accomplished ranking in the FCS and owe it both to each other for this accomplishment.
I don't really try to think about it because we only 4 games in. It's a 11-plus game season, so it's like I gotta keep doing this. Like, this is expected. I expect to do this game in and game out. That's what I came here to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a testament to our offense. A lot of good playmakers around in there getting open. Just being smart with the ball, making sure getting the ball in the hands of our playmakers and they get the reps. So I think it's pretty cool.
The RMU football team will face off at Gardner Webb on October 7th at 4 p.m. For Colonial Sports Network, I'm Melina Knepp.
Thank you once again, Melina. Now, earlier today, the women's soccer team was up in the Rochester Hills of Michigan to take on the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. In 3 prior matchups, the Colonials have never beaten the Grizzlies, being shut out every single time. Now, let's see today if the team could finally get on the board. And you can see here, they did get on the board, but it ended up being a 1-1 draw. RMU would take the lead 53 minutes in with a goal from Renee Moorbacher, but 20 minutes later, they would give up the equalizing goal to Frankie Mudd, and that would end up being that 1-point gain from this match for the Colonials. You can see a defensive type of game, not too many shots from either side, but what did was converted sometimes with 50% there from some players, and our Colonials take a point after a few other wins.
Now, whenever the football game finished up, the men's soccer team kicked off up at the North Athletic Complex right around 3 o'clock. They played Purdue-Fort Wayne, who came into this game undefeated in conference, meaning the Colonials had a big one on their hands if they wanted to continue their conference title aspirations. Now, the Colonials did end up winning this game 3-0 against Purdue-Fort Wayne. Something that maybe not everyone would have expected, given how good of a team Purdue-Fort Wayne has been. But the Colonials scored 3 goals early in the first half and then kind of parked the bus in the second half. Purdue-Fort Wayne couldn't really do much. First half, they were very aggressive, so Purdue-Fort Wayne had to kind of combat that, and then Colonials went very defensive in the second half, and it's very difficult to get much going when the Colonials do that. Colonials really kind of dominated throughout this game and kind of did whatever they wanted to a team that was very high up in the standings this year.
A big win for the Colonials there to gain some more momentum. And now when we come back, we're going to be talking to you about the women's volleyball team and some golf for you. We'll see you right after this.
The death of George Floyd, who died in police custody Monday night.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation. It's going to take more than just us, as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to help us make a change, because it just can't be us.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. We're going to get right into some women's volleyball, as the team last Saturday was at home to take on the Green Bay Phoenix. They have not beat them since 2007, and that would continue here. Colonials would lose 3-1 in the set, 25-22 Green Bay, 25 RMU, and from there, Colonials could not do much. Once again, the Colonials were dominated up front. Only 1 block in this entire game compared to the 8 by Phoenix. And once again, the Colonials just could not close out another game after winning 1 set. next time the team will be in Indy tomorrow to play IUPUI. And now we're going to take a look at the golf team. The team was in Westlake, Ohio to do the Tom Tontomonia Invitational. In their last match, they were 13th out of 16, and this time they were 10th out of 15. You can see Butler swept it away with -29. Not sure what happened with St. Francis at +71. I think Cam and I might have been there on that invitational for St. Francis. RMU finished out strongly in this match. A strong second half of 282 from the team.
Casey, say what you want. I go on the course and I might shoot. I might shoot under.
That's a total lot. Under what? 110?
That's maybe if we're lucky. The Colonials did pretty well in this. Logan Hess for Robert Morris tied for 12th when he went under 4 throughout the Invitational, and John Nagy was the second highest scorer for the Colonials. He went -3 for the Colonials. Overall, the Colonials, there's things to improve on, but they had a half-decent Invitational.
Yeah, a half-decent Invitational there, but a 10th place finish is good to see them in the top 10. Now, after this, we're going to be looking back into our top 10 plays and our games to watch, and you could probably guess what those are. We'll see you right after this.
Do you want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. I think it's really important for people to know that trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. Like any parent, we love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
Wait! Not in the toilet!
No, don't do that. No.
Don't hit your brother! Ooh!
Not again!
I tell you about playing in the mud.
Raffy, not so close to the pool. Wait!
Frankie! Happy... What are you doing? We told you never to touch the gun!
I'm sorry, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
You could have hurt yourself!
Safely store your guns. Unload, lock, and away from ammo.
Hello and welcome back to Colonial Sports Center, the best time of the week. It is time for top 5 plays. Casey, you're going with the first one, so let's start it off.
Oh, we are excited for this one. We're going to start here at number 5, back with football versus Howard here. And what a play this ended up being. We saw it earlier. Team goes no huddle. Chickett looks around, checks his read, steps up in the pocket, slings it to Chase Jackson, and he reaches back for the touchdown to tie the game up there, and he is absolutely hyped up about that one.
Obviously, it was a beautiful play by the Colonials, just really the only thing that went right for them against Howard. We're going to have to hope they can turn it around. But moving on to number 4, hockey's back. You guys had to know some hockey was coming. Union turns it over in their own zone, and nothing but open ice for Courtney Hall as she comes up with it, centers the pass to Thalia Delilia, and she buries it home up high.
What a finish it ended up being. What a counterattack it ended up being for a game that ended up being an exciting finish, and this is what made it all possible. A single player making the play here to find Delia, and she put it right in the top drawer. Now we're going to go to number 3 here. We're going once again to football, and this one's not RMU. It is Wheeler, who you saw earlier, and he was on fire, 59 yards to the house. What a burst of acceleration once again from Ian Wheeler to really put the dagger in the hearts of the Colonials.
Ian Wheeler had a very special game, over 200 all-purpose yards. And not to spoil it, but he's our number 2 play of the week too, as you guys are going to see this beautiful return he had where he made the Colonials defense look silly with nothing but pure speed. He catches it right around the 10-yard line, makes his way up, looks like a normal return as he's going to get balled up at the 30, He says no, finds his way to the sideline by midfield, and then he's gone. That's track star sprinter speed right there.
And to do it while tiptoeing right along the sideline, perfect form, doesn't step out of bounds after breaking those tackles, really only to break one, maybe two there, and then from that point on, it's just the speed on Ian Wheeler. And now number one, it's the play you probably all expected, overtime here. And she is in on goal. Morgan Giannone, can she get 1-2, deke up, score! Colonials win their first game of the season. Women's hockey is back at RMU. What a finish to that game, and what a finish on that goal for our number one goal on CSC's top 5 plays of the week.
You know, seeing that goal is the reason I am so excited for women's hockey to be back, men's hockey too. But women's hockey is going to be my game of the watch to week. They have a D2 school coming in, St. Anselm, probably going to be a little bit of a beatdown for the Colonials, but I don't care. This had to be my game of the watch for the week. The Colonials are back, baby. They're finally back.
Oh, and we are excited. You could hear from my highlights earlier. Announcing over those was so exciting to hear everything about the women's hockey team and how they're back. And of course, the men's team is back as well. And that is who my game to watch is for this week. It's going to be the men's hockey game this Saturday against Bowling Green. A tough team to play, but what a game it should be. Colonials may have been underdogs, but due to some incidents from Bowling Green, they will be missing their head coach and 4 top players. And my players to watch for RMU, we got Riley St. Onge, who was the new captain last season at Mercyhurst, was very good. And for Bowling Green, with a lot of top players missing, I've got 5th-year senior Spencer Kirsten last season at Princeton. He spent 4 years at Princeton. Smart guy there. Might find a way to pass through the Colonials defense, but the atmosphere is really what's going to have me excited.
See, the thing that I'm most excited for is the fact that this is Bowling Green. I mean, no secret, a bigger college than RMU, a college with bigger athletics than RMU. But here's the thing. Bowling Green just went through a hazing incident like you heard Sam Goldberg talk about earlier. They're missing a couple players, their head coach also. This is a game that the Colonials can win, and if the Colonials can beat a bigger school like Bowling Green in their first game back in a few years, oh my God, the campus is going to be electric.
Yeah, for Bowling Green, their top player, Austin Swankler, transferred. He was the co-preseason player of the year, and he transferred after this incident. So obviously that's a big boost for the Colonials, and that should really help them. And the home crowd, that's going to be such a big factor in this game. It's going to be electric. The student section will be completely packed along with the rest of the arena.
You know, one of the things I was thinking about is very rarely when teams are just starting their season are they trending at all. Very rarely. But RMU did not have a team last year. They have a team now. Naturally, they have to be trending upwards. Bowling Green going through everything they're going through, they have to be trending downwards. These are two teams that are trending in opposite directions, despite what it would usually be like at the beginning of the season. I mean, momentum feels like it could be on the Colonial side. All the hype in the world at this game. You know the Colonial crazies are going to be there. There's going to be some local celebrities, too. I guarantee it. This is going to be an electric game to watch. I don't know if I could be more excited, I'll be honest.
Not just the momentum, but the morales from both teams. RMU hockey team's morale is going to be higher than it's ever been possibly, while for Bowling Green, it's going to be down here pretty much, especially walking in to Clearview Arena. I don't know how I can even vision RMU not coming out and absolutely putting on a show for the fans for the first time in years.
I was talking to my roommate about this game. I said, I don't know if there's been a game that any RMU athlete has wanted to win this bad ever. Ever. I mean, whenever Michael Green hit that 3 last year in the playoff game at the Event Center, that was electric. And what I'll tell you is that this game is going to surpass that whenever that first goal is scored. I guarantee it.
Possibly the biggest game in RMU history. We hope to see you there on Saturday, and we are glad you joined us. See you all next week on CSC.